Top 10 most dangerous airplane crashes. Hello lovely YouTube family, welcome back to Weekly Tins. In today's video we're going to talk about the top 10 most dangerous airplane crashes. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Number 10, Turkish Airlines Flight 981. Turkish Airlines Flight 981, March 3rd, 1974, fatalities 346. This picture is one of the actual aircrafts involved in the crash. The plane was carrying 335 passengers and 11 crew members. It crashed in the Iminionville forest north of Paris after taking off from the Orly airport. The flight was bound for London Heathrow en route from Istanbul. 10 minutes into the flight, the rear left cargo door blew off due to a problem with the hatches. Number 9, KLM Flight 4805 and Pan Am Flight 1736 collision. The Tenerife Airport disaster, March 27, 1977. Fatalities 583. This deadly crash involved a collision of two flights, UKM Flight 4805 and Pan Am Flight 1736, which collided at the Tenerife North Airport, formerly Los Rodeos. Both were Boeing 747s. It was a foggy day, neither of the two aircrafts were supposed to be at the Los Rodeos. Both flights were diverted to the airport. Number 8, American Airlines Flight 191. American Airlines Flight 191, May 25, 1979. Fatalities 272. The DC-10 left Chicago O'Hare on the Friday afternoon of Memorial Day weekend, but its left engine detached from its wing and the plane fell off, rolling in the air and then crashing a mile from the runway. The plane burst into flames and smoked immediately. All 271 people on board died. 2 others died on the ground. Number 7, Saudi Arabian Flight 163. Saudi Flight 163, when August 19, 1980. Fatalities 301. What happened? Was this one of the saddest plane incidents? This was not a case of a crash or a mid-air collision, but sadly, all 301 passengers on board of the Lockheed L-1011 died on the runway at Riyadh due to smoke inhalation. So what happened? Saudi Flight 163 took off from Riyadh en route to Jeddah, only to return to Riyadh minutes later for an emergency landing after a fire started in the cargo department. However, when the plane landed, instead of initiating an emergency evacuation, the pilot taxied the aircraft back towards the airport, stopping on the runway for nearly 3 minutes. It then took some of 23 minutes to access the aircraft once the engines were stopped. Number 6, Air India Flight 182. Air India Flight 182, June 23, 1985. Fatalities 329. Deemed the deadliest terror attack involving a plane at the time, the Air India Boeing 747 crashed off the coast of Ireland en route from Toronto to the Sahar International in India. After a bomb placed in the cargo hold by Sikha extremists, Babar Khalilzad exploded over the Atlantic. The passengers responsible is believed to be M. Singh, who checked himself onto the flight, along with the suitcase, but did not board. A second bomb intended to go off in tandem on another flight exploded early in the terminal building at Narita Airport, Japan. An investigation into the bombing of Flight 182 found numerous failings in the security processes in Canada that allowed the terrorist attack to be successful. 5. 190108, Japan Airlines. Japan Airlines Flight 123, August 12, 1985, fatalities 520. A picture of the plane taken at around 6:47 p.m. shows that the vertical stabilizer is missing, circled in red. The crash involved Boeing 747 into Mount Tamagahara in central Japan. Just 4 survived when the aircraft spiraled out of control, its wing clipping a mountain ridge before flipping and landing on its back. Following an explosive decompression towards the rear of the plane, the result of a factory repair job 7 years later, pilots were able to keep the plane in the air for 32 minutes after the mechanical failure before crashing into a mountain. Number 4, Iran Air Flight 655. Iran Air Flight 655, July 3, 1988, fatalities 290. This is a picture of the Airbus A300 similar to the aircraft involved in the incident. The Airbus A300, a civilian airline, was shot down by surface-to-air missiles fired from the U.S. military cruiser USS Vincennes, killing all on board. The flight was in Iranian airspace over Iranian territorial waters in its usual flight path, yet, according to the US government, Vincennes mistook it for an F-14A Tomcat fighter plane. Crew on the American ship made 10 attempts to contact the Iran aircraft on military and civilian radio frequencies, with no response before firing. Number 3, Shikari Dadri Mid-Air Collision. Shikari Dadri Mid-Air Collision, November 12, 1996, fatalities 349. This is the world's deadliest mid-air crash that involved Saudi Flight 763 and Pakistan Air Flight 1907 over the city of Shikari Dadri in northern India. The Saudi-operated Boeing 747 was bound for Daranian from Delhi, while the Pakistan Airlines Illustrian II-76 was bound for the Indira airport from Shikmet when they collided. killing 312 people on board the former and 37 of the latter. The crash occurred after the Ilyushin aircraft was cleared to descend to 15,000 feet, but then descended past a level to 14,500 feet while 747 was ascending in the opposite direction. By the time the air traffic controller could warn the proximity between the two aircraft, it was too late. 2. 1.1923-273, 239-154-1946. Malaysian Airlines Flight 370, March 8, 2014, missing 275. MAS Flight 370 was a scheduled international passenger flight operated by the Malaysian Airlines that disappeared while flying from Kuala Lumpur International Airport to its destination, Beijing Capital International Airport. The mystery surrounding flight MH370 has been a focus of continued investigation and a source of much public speculation. An extensive search has been made for the aircraft and passengers, but yielded no positive results. Key pieces of debris were found washed up on the beach on Reunion Island in the southwestern Indian Ocean in 2017, 3 years after the aircraft vanished. Number 1. Malaysian Airlines Flight 17. Malaysian Airlines Flight 17, July 17, 2014. Fatalities 298. A Malaysia Airlines Boeing 777-200 flying from Amsterdam to Kuala Lumpur was shot down near the Russian border, likely by pro-Russian forces in control of the region during the war in the Donbass between separatist insurgents and the Ukrainian government. All 298 on board died when the plane crashed into the field near Torres. Some airlines had already begun to avoid Ukrainian airspace owing to the Crimean crisis that began early in 2014 when the International Civil Aviation Organization warning of a risk to passenger sets in the area. But not all carriers had changed their routes. In September 2016, Dutch prosecutors concluded that the missile used to shoot down the plane had been transported into eastern Ukraine from Russia. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss any amazing video from us. Also watch the next two videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. Thank you for watching this video and we'll see you on the next one.